How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Prime Energon, and today we're going to be doing something new here on the channel, comparing the Studio Series 86 Jazz, and we're going to be comparing them to the Origin Autobot Jazz from Buzzworthy Bumblebee, and we're going to see what the differences are and which one is better. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe and click that bell icon, that way you get notified on future videos here on Prime Energon. So let's go ahead and check out these two figures side by side, the Studio Series 86 Jazz, and let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging for these two. So here is the box for Studio Series 86. He is a Deluxe Class, and here you go, Transformers the movie. Nice artwork, plastic on there, so it is definitely an older box. Here he is on the back, so he does transform into his Porsche, which is really nice, and I do like this design. Now the figure itself is a little bit iffy, a lot of loose parts, and here's the side of the box. Studio Series 86, bottom of the box, Transformers the movie, and there is the box for that one. And here is Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origin Autobot Jazz. Again, different packaging, plastic free right there, and there you go. He is a Deluxe Class as well. Checking out the back right here, the Evo Fusion with the cannon and the grappling hook, which is definitely a nice addition to this figure. Gives more of an authentic look. And here he is in his Cybertronian car mode. Going on over the side right here, and the back, Legacy Evolution, the top, bottom, and there you go. So bringing these figures up and close, as you can see, they do have almost pretty much the same head sculpt, a little bit different in the blue, a little bit of a darker blue over here on the visor compared to the baby blue over here on the Studio Series 86. And then here is the new one. As you can see, more of a darker blue. The silver on the faces, pretty much identical, and the face sculpt as well. You get more of a glossier plastic maybe over here on this one. Actually, they're both pretty glossy. Not painted head sculpt, is just a black plastic. Taking a look at the chest over here on the new one, a lot more compact with that chest area. You still get the little headlights and this nice red going along the bottom trim. This blue again being a little bit darker shade of blue than the original 86 Jazz. As you can see, the Autobot logo a little bit smaller and is just a dark red, while this one is a little larger, but you have that white on there as well with that Autobot logo, and the red is a little bit lighter on here as well. You still get the red stripe going across the bottom and the blue headlights, although these are more of a transparent. This whole piece is a clear blue transparent piece, a little bit darker, while these headlights are going to be painted on there along with this front grille. Taking a look at the top part of the chest, this is all car mode, so it's not a faux chest, while over here it's definitely going to be a faux chest. The front car is packed away underneath there. Taking a look at the arms right here, as you can see, very loose on these joints. Definitely do not like that, but you do get some nice detail in here when you're turning the arms right in there. And then going on over to the side of the arms, all white plastic, all black plastic. Let's go ahead and take his blaster out. We'll compare those in a little bit as well. The fists, no articulation for the fists. They just get knocked in due to transformation. And taking a look at the waist right here, very slim waist. You get this nice baby blue on the front hips. And then taking a look at the legs, again, very loose. This guy is pretty loose when it comes down to his legs. As you can see, they bend backward and forward, really loose there, and there is no screw here, it's just a peg. As you can see, they do come apart right there, even though they get snapped in there. It's supposed to get snapped in there, and there we go. It's a little bit better. Taking a look at the bottom of the feet and the legs, you get the wheels right here, which are on pins, and they roll quite nicely. Nice silver on the shins, and nice painted silver for the feet. So that is really cool. Nothing on the inside. You can see right there at the bottom, you get some ports, and you get the spoiler acting as a heel spur, which is really nice, gives them some stability. Taking a look at the back right here, pretty minimal backpack. It is all clear plastic, and there's been issues with this breaking. I have not had any issues. And then the doors sort of just hang off to the side like little wings with the 14, the red and blue stripe going along the top. So really nice. I do like this Jazz. He is just a really classic Jazz. The legs are actually quite stiff right here. You get waist rotation on that. The arms can go all the way around pretty much. You get a 90-degree bend at the bicep. The legs can go about that much with the bend. Kick about that far back without stuff getting in the way. Kick all the way forward. You do get some hollow spots right here on the inside of the legs, and hollow spots right here on the inside of the arms as well. You do get a little bit of detail in there. And then taking a look at the bottom of the chest, as you can see right there, looks okay, and he looks the part. He does. It's just all of these joints are kind of loose. The arms can go all the way out, and he can you're to squeeze things a little bit, almost do the splits pretty much. And then you get some toes, which will just go down, and then some ankle tiltage. Head is on the ball joint, can look up, can look down, and can go all the way 360 around. So yeah, really cool. I still like this figure. It's just the joints are a little loose on this guy. Going on over to the new version, very tight joints on this guy. Like, look at this. No rattling, no nothing. He is stiff as a board. As you can see, all the joints are very nice and snug on this guy. And then taking a look at his head sculpt, chest, taking a look at the arms, pretty much the same mold, except right here you do get this black painted piece over here on his elbow, which over here it is just white plastic. So that is a difference right there. Hands seem to be the same. Let's go ahead and take out his grappling hook and flip his hands around. And then again, you do get the hollowness on the hands, and like I said, pretty much almost the same arm mode. The shoulders are a little different when it comes down to that. Taking a look at the waist. Now I did paint some of this stuff. Obviously I did paint this blue right here on his hips, and a little bit of gunmetal right there as well, and a little bit of gunmetal on there. So that is all me right there. Taking a look at the thighs and the legs, they did fill this spot right here, so that's quite nice. It is not hollow. Taking a look at the inside, you do get some detail on the inside of the legs and the shins. Nice silver painting right there, or gray paint, along with the toes as well. And again, using the spoiler as heel spurs, which actually is quite nice. And taking a look at the back, a little bit bigger backpack compared to the older one. Look at that thing. That thing is huge compared to the Studio Series 86 Jazz. Really big backpack. It is all made out of this blue clear plastic, painted in white, which seems to be holding up okay. There are some scratches on here as well. Taking a look at the back of the legs, a lot of kibble back here compared to the old school Jazz when it comes down to the back kibble on the legs and on that backpack, as you can see right there. Again, on the arms, they are different. You now get some ports on his shoulders compared to the old Jazz, to where there are no ports. And articulation, pretty much head on the ball joint can look up, can look down, all the way around. Arms can go all the way out, and they can go all the way around. As far as bicep, again, the same bicep on there. No wrist rotation. You still get the hollowness right here, and you do get a waist rotation, which is quite nice. And like I said, everything is really smooth. You do get sort of this little butterfly effect right here for the shoulders. I don't know if you got that on this guy. No, you do not get that on the 86 Jazz. Legs can kick all the way front and all the way back that much. You do get less than 90-degree bend at the knee just because of all this kibble. You can see a little bit of scratching right in there. And then the feet, again with the toes, can tip down, and you get some ankle tiltage for this guy. So yeah, I definitely prefer the sturdiness of the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origins compared to the Studio Series 86. This is just a very loose and rattly guy. Like all the arms, you can see right there, very loose, just the way this guy transforms. Take a look at the weaponry. Pretty much the same weaponry on here, just a little bit of a little difference. And again, I did throw some gunmetal paint on the new version, but as you can see, the difference is right here, a little bit of a slimmer design compared to the older version. You still get this port over here on this side, while on this side you get it on the opposite side. No painted handle over here on the old version. It is more of a silver, which is quite nice. It is white plastic painted in a silver, while over here it is a black plastic. So that is pretty cool when it comes down to weaponry. You also do get his grappling hook, which is really nice. So you have this extension piece right here to stick the grappling hook in, and then all you have to do is just knock in his wrists. You get this port right there to slap that on there, and now he's got his grappling hook to get to where he needs to go. So very nice on that. And part of the whole Evo Fusion thing is you can put this grappling hook on his gun right here, which is a tight fit, and have this look going for it. You can also, let's see, can you put it on the older figure? You can put it on the older figure, on the older gun. So there you go with that. Nice options. Although over here, when you knock his fist in, you do not get that port on his fist, so keep that in mind. You can't really swap these around and have him have the grappling hook on the older version compared to the newer version. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes down to comparing these guys. So now let's go ahead and go into alt mode, in car mode, and Cybertronian vehicle mode for these guys. Alright, so now here is alt mode for these two guys. As you can see, definitely a lot different over here. You got the Porsche mode and you get the Cybertronian mode over here. And personally, I like the detail on the Porsche. This is really G1 accurate, very simplistic, very hovercrafty when it comes down to Jazz, and I think it looks really good. A lot of blue paint on here, so he looks really good. A little bit of detail over here on the hood with these vents and this molding, very simplistic on the side, very smooth when it comes down to the spoiler and the top of the car. The back of the feet just sort of bump up. You do get some ports over here if you want to add some blast effects to that. Bottom, now this is the part to where they could have done a little bit better with these arms at the bottom right here, but it sort of gives them the impression that he is in a hovercraft and he is floating, but you do have all this arm kibble sticking out from the bottom. And of course, here is the faux chest sticking out on the bottom as well. And then here is the front grille with some nice gunmetal gray in there as well. Clear blue plastic over here for the windshield. And that is pretty much it. Very simplistic. Now going on over to the 86 Jazz. Very nice Porsche right here. The back wheels are on pins while the front ones are on mushroom pegs. He can roll around quite nicely and quite smoothly. Again, with that rattling, not too bad in alt mode, but you get a lot more detail on this hood, as you can see right there with the blue and the red striping over here with the Autobot symbol right there smack dab in the middle. Some nice detail for the side right here with all this molding and the lights. Looks really good. Front, again, this was the real chest, so it does not have a faux chest. Going on over the side, nicely painted rims with the silver. Get a nice 14 on the side and the clear plastic. You can see a lot of the bits in there, but honestly it's not that bad. You do see the waist right there for transformation. Nice clear windows over here. The back, the feet come up pretty much almost the same as the other version of it, but they're a little bit more sleeker over here. Taking a look at the bottom, cleans up quite nicely, no undercarriage right here, so I actually prefer this version better. You can't see his head right there. Some skirting. So yeah, he looks really good in my opinion. And I know a lot of people didn't really like this version, but I did. Other than robot mode being a little bit flimsy, he does look really good, but I prefer robot mode over here on the Buzzworthy Bumblebee compared to 86 over here, but I prefer car mode over here on the 86 series compared to Bumblebee. But this is a really nice nod to the movie when they're on Cybertron, so I give them that. It looks really good, really authentic, and really G1. It's just this version, car mode, come on. In robot mode, definitely prefer this one. He's just a lot sturdier, he holds up better, and he actually looks better too. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as comparing these two guys. And if you like this comparison, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I'm thinking about trying to do more of these type of videos comparing all of these type of Transformers, which is really fun and really cool. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, I will see you next time here on Prime Energon. Peace.